Okay, who actually runs America?
And secret societies control the world. And that's why we're seeing a lot of things happen. Because how else can you explain why the United States is attacking Iran for no particular reason?
I mean, it's definitely, look, I think a lot of people believe it. It's at the behest of Israel. There's some involvement there. But I think, but after that, it's like, you kind of don't know why. A lot of it's just like questions. And you don't get a lot of information sometimes. Like, you'll ask political figures and stuff, why are we so embedded here? And a lot of them don't have an answer.
What's good? What they do? This the ABN Movement. Ain't broke no more. I've always been curious about who actually influenced the decisions that shape up this country that we live in. You know what I mean? Is there really some hidden organization pulling the strings, or is the reality more complicated than that? Shout out to you. If you're watching this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, join the journey.
I'm that nigga.
Uncertainties, ideas like this even start to take even more shape because you don't know.
Yeah.
You're not getting information from people who should know. So I think it's like I
Facts.
do understand how people can start to it makes perfect sense how people can start to believe things and how people can start to look into things because there's no place to get real news anymore. There's no place to get the information.
Yeah, and a lot of things that are happening right now just defy human logic. So, everyone's looking at Donald Trump is like, the war is lost already. Just peace with Iran. Just get out of there. And what Trump is doing he's doing tackle. Like one day he's like, we're gonna end your civilization, and the other day is like, let's make peace, guys. Let's just be friends. And the next day he's like, no, I'm gonna nuke you now. The next day he's like, oh, you know what? I didn't really mean that. It's just weird.
Yeah. It feels bizarre. It feels pointless, but
facts.
it matches with everything feels bizarre right now.
Right.
And right now goes against his character. Because in the 80s and 90s, he was a real estate developer. He was a business person, right? He understood,
Facts.
like, if you do business, you need to have credibility. You can't flip law because, like, everyone will be scared of you.
I agree. That's actually a really good point. I mean, even when he was running for office, it seemed like every other thing, it seems like he knows exactly what he's talking about. It seems like he knows exactly where he stands.
So it's just really a weird situation where...
Okay, that part got me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's facts. Normally, Trump sounds like he knows what he's talking about, back in the day at least. But these days, are you confused like me?
How the United States is behaving in the Middle East, it goes against American interests. And the way that Donald Trump is behaving, it goes against his character. He's never behaved like this before.
You mentioned a little bit ago about secret societies, right?
Yeah.
Can you take me into some of that and how? And you said that you believe that that's some of what is controlling some of this.
Secret societies rule the world. Okay, so
You believe secret societies rule the world?
Yes. Okay. So let me
Okay.
explain why that's the case.
Okay.
All right. So the power in the world is what's called transnational capital. Right? And transnational capital, all it means is
Transactional capital.
money that is able to move freely around the world and invest where it wants and extract profit from these places. And so transnational capital would include pension funds. It would include sovereign wealth funds. It would include private capital such as like State Street, Vanguard, Wall Street, City of London.
China has a huge sovereign wealth fund.
That's
doesn't
right.
it?
That's right. So transnational capital is a huge entity. And they say money makes the world go around.
Okay.
Right? So transnational controls the world. And
So money controls the world.
basically, okay. So
Huh?
but the problem, transnational capital is a game. And
It's a game?
It's a game.
A game.
Right? Because you're trying to
Okay.
maximize your profit. You're trying to beat others in the stock market. And in any game, there's a certain way to win. Right? And the answer, and so like, how do you win every single game? Like, no matter what game you play, what's the secret to winning every game?
Get to the end.
The answer is you cheat. Okay? You play by the rules, you work hard, and you play fair, you're a sucker. Okay? To win the game, you have to cheat. And the best way to cheat is to secretly conspire with others to rig the game in your favor. Okay? And that's why we have secret societies. right? Because to win the game of capital,
That makes sense to me because that sounds like the NBA playoffs, the NFL, all these major sports. When they get into the playoffs, it seems like they cheat their way into making things look a certain way. You know what I mean? But I want to know, what is the evidence he has behind that? You know what I'm saying? What are the evidence behind what he's saying?
societies, right? Because to win the game of capital, you need three things. First of all, you need access to secret information. You need to know more things than other people know. Second thing you need is infiltration. You need your people to go in the government in order to create policies that favor you. The third thing is you need coordination, conspiracy between these different groups in order to create an outcome that you want.
Right.
So
I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I think they create division between us people all the time through everything, through religions, through politics, through everything. They just try to make us go against each other so that we are confused. So we basically they're using us to confuse ourselves.
an example.
That's what it sounds like.
It's the Rothschild family, and the Rothschild family became one of the most powerful banking families in the world because they had a secret network of agents scattered throughout Europe.
Okay.
So in 1815, Napoleon fights the Battle of Waterloo, and obviously he loses. And the Rothschild has an agent who witnessed the battle. Then he sends this information back to England on a Corvette, which is a fast ship. Then what happens is rumors spread that the English lost the war, and now there's tremendous fear. And
That
so
wasn't true.
it was not true. They won. But the first rumor.
Wow, they won.
Well, we don't know, okay? But there were rumors that they lost the war, which could have panicked, and the Rothschild were able to make a lot of money doing that. And like this is very common. And so this
They made money off a rumor.
shows you an example of how information is crucial if you want to win the game of transnational capital, right? And
So, so the Corvette got there, the fast ship got there and knew in advance
the
that
Rothschilds knew in advance.
the Rothschilds knew in
that the
advance.
war, that the battle had been won, and 3 days later, official news came to the British public. Tell them that the battle had been won. But during these 3 days, there's mass panic because rumors are spreading that the battle has been lost.
I see. So the Rothschilds was able to capitalize on that panic financially.
That's right.
And so that's when people started realizing, oh, we can do this.
Right.
Oh.
And so think about the world that we live in today, right? Where if you get like 1 minute of confidential information, you're able to make millions.
Wow.
Billions, right?
I do see that he has there's a little behind this, and I also do need a little bit more evidence. But that's where I'm at right now. But that can change, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what's up.
So the question then is like, how do you access this information? Well, you do so through transnational networks. And throughout history, there have been 3 major transnational networks in Europe. The first is the Freemasons. The second are the Jesuits. The third are the Jewish diaspora. And at some point, they figured out, why don't we just work together?
And what they call themselves.
The
That makes sense.
Illuminati.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me hear that.
Transnational networks. And throughout history, there have been 3 major transnational networks in Europe. The first is the Freemasons. The second are the Jesuits. The third are the Jewish diaspora. And at some point, they figured out, why don't we just work together?
And what they call themselves.
The Illuminati. Yeah.
Dang.
Heard about it.
Yeah.
My black friends are always talking about them, man.
Yeah.
No way. Bad man not the
The Illuminati, and it is a name given to several groups, both real and fictitious. Historically, the name usually refers to the Bavarian Illuminati, an Enlightenment-era secret society founded on May 1st, 1776, in the Electorate of Bavaria. The
1876.
Illuminati, along with Freemasonry and other secret societies, were outlawed through edict by Charles Theodore. In the subsequent use, Illuminati has been used when referring to various organizations alleged to be a continuation of the original Illuminati. These organizations have often been accused of conspiring to control world affairs by masterminding events and planting agents in governments and corporations in order to gain political power, influence, and establish a new world order. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, this stuff really does make sense. It sounds like it's true. It has some truth to it if you know some history. You know what I mean?
In addition to there being countries, there's these different countries.
they're above countries.
But they're above countries.
Right.
Wow. And so
Yeah.
they'll have members of different countries that are part of
So
it.
think of Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Mm.
So thought that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent. He was above Mossad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein's still alive?
Yeah.
I don't think he's alive.
Okay.
Yeah, because.
Do you think he died in the jail cell?
Yes, because he's expendable.
Wow.
What is the basic code, do you think, of the Illuminati? Do you think they have a code?
That's a great question. Okay, so when you have these secret societies, you have to remember, like, secret societies are just a natural outcome of the game of transnational capital. So you have like many different secret societies in place. And so, which societies have the greatest advantage? And the answer is those who practice eschatology have the greatest advantage.
Eschatology?
Right.
Eschatology.
Eschatology is the belief in that God will end the world at some point.
What?
Okay, and in that God will end the world at some point. Okay.
So why they keep creating wars? So you're gonna create destruction and create more wars and believe that God is gonna stop it? That's what we're doing? The hell?
And
I'm not buying that.
So why are you?
Y'all agree with that?
Why is it that eschatological secret societies are superior to other secret societies? And the reason why is they're able to channel the religious energy of millions of people.
Okay.
So why we're having this war in the Middle East? It's not just secret societies. It's also the fact that you have tens of millions of Christian Zionists, Christian evangelicals who support Israel, right? So if you're an investor, there are three ways to make the most money. The first is war. Second is revolution. And the third is religion. So this is society.
Facts. I told you.
Always supporting war, revolution, and religion, because if you're a millionaire, will you invest
I told you. I said that.
your money in the stock market? If you're a trillionaire, you invest your money in war, revolution, and religion.
Wow.
But don't you do you think that sometimes it's kind of a like? Is it like if you think of it all like that, right? Doesn't it feel pretty dark?
It is.
Yeah.
Dark. But once you actually study the eschatology, once you study the religion, it actually gives you
Eschatology.
hope. Because what motivates these people is not greed. It's not power. It's faith. It's their accelerations. They believe that God has a divine plan. And all I'm doing is helping God accelerate this plan.
Eschatology. We need to look up eschatology. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think that we're actually looking at a secret society with real influence, or we're talking about legitimate network of power and turning them into companies? What are we really talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Did I miss anything? If I miss anything, put me on, man. Let me know in the comments. But eschatology, we need to go ahead and look up what that is, what's that about. I need to look into that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what these guys believe in, eschatology. Man, like, comment, subscribe. You know the vibe.
I'm that nigga.